there just seems to be so much talk about autism and lockdown, and there's just not much to say. I actually prefer how life is like now. I like it. When I'm standing in the queue, it's one of the worst experiences I can have in a day, because when I stand in the queue and someone is standing behind me, I do not want that person to be too close to me. So what I do is I stand out of the queue. This is just a common thing I do. I stand out of the queue, and I stand in a way that I can see both the person in front and the person behind. So I'm almost standing facing the queue, looking at the people in the queue. Not really looking at them, but I can see them. But that's my space. The masks, I just don't get. I don't get the mask. When I say I don't get it, I don't understand the people wearing the mask, and they pull the mask down and they're talking and they pull the back and they put. I wear the mask. I wear the mask. It doesn't really bother me. I put it on. So the shopping experience has been slightly different in that sense. It's a lot more thought that goes into the shopping experience. I know that there's going to be queues. I know that there's going to be masks, and sometimes people, when they're inside a supermarket, they come. It's almost like a queue inside the supermarket now, where you're looking at the vegetables, and someone's with their trolley behind you, waiting to get to that part of the vegetables where you're looking at. And I just don't like to be rushed. I don't like to be rushed. I want to stay with these vegetables for as long as I want to be with these vegetables. So people now, they don't really want to come close to you, so they stand there as if they're queuing and they want you to leave, and so that they can get to those same vegetables. It's peculiar, but I'll tell you what I do. I ignore it. I ignore everybody around me when I'm shopping. But on the wider level of, putting shopping aside, my expectations of others have changed when it comes to the lockdown. I expect people to be more considerate when it comes to personal space, touching. I just expect people to be more considerate. It's an expectation, and it's one that before I would say was more of a desire. This is what I would desire people to do, but you can't really expect people to do that. But now I can. So my expectations of people have completely changed when it comes to the personal space and the way people interact with each other. As I say, it's not really a big major change for me, but it's more comfortable. It's more comfortable. Everything we are asked to do during the lockdown in terms of how we interact, how we behave, is really what I think is just a normal way of behaving anyway. It's just it's there's no difference. There's no difference at all. One thing I would say is that my contact with my family is different, because I tend to speak to my mum more purposely now. I kind of schedule, I need to call my mum. Whereas before it's not an issue, but my mum's up in years, so I thought, now it's a little bit more of an issue to call my mum and see how she is. And then being at home, I just love being at home. Love being at home. This is my kitchen, by the way. So I'm pretty cool with lockdown, okay? And apart from things like cinemas and bars and stuff like that, wouldn't mind. Keep it going. Keep it going. If it was me, I'd get people's behaviour like this on a permanent basis. Why should someone shake my hand that I don't know? I've always been apprehensive about shaking someone's hand anyway, but you can't say that, can you? If someone puts their hand out, you can't do that, can you? So it's always been an apprehension, but now, no problem. No one's going to shake my hand. I was doing that, the fist, long before the lockdown. I just don't like touching people's hands. All these things, just not unnecessary, an intrusion, if you may. So there's my thoughts on the lockdown. Nothing too complex, nothing too technical. It is what it is, and I accept it.